me do my job.
Do you have excessive masturbation desire where you have to like stop in the middle of the day, go to the bathroom and masturbate?
I mean, yeah. Well,
Patrick opened up about wanting more intimacy and attention from Teus, and it became obvious that physical affection is something very important to him in their marriage. Patrick still looks at Teus as someone he loves and desires, and he wants to keep that chemistry alive instead of allowing their relationship to slowly lose that spark. But Teus also made it clear that things are not that simple. She does not want their connection to only be based on physical attraction. For Teus, there has to be more romance, more emotional effort, and more moments where she feels loved outside of just intimacy. And honestly, I think this is where the situation becomes complicated, because both Patrick and Teus have a point. Patrick still being attracted to his wife is actually something a lot of couples wish they still had after years together. A lot of relationships reach a point where people stop feeling desired, so Patrick wanting that connection with Teus shows that the attraction is still there. But at the same time, I understand why Teus feels the way she does, because there is a difference between feeling wanted and feeling like everything always leads to one thing. If someone does not feel emotionally connected, even attention from their partner can start feeling overwhelming instead of romantic. Patrick seems to be looking at it from the side of keeping passion alive, while Teus is looking at it from the side of needing balance. She wants the relationship to still have the small moments that build love, not just the physical side. Their marriage has also changed because they are no longer just a couple, they are parents too. Having a child can completely change the dynamic between two people. There are more responsibilities, more pressure, and sometimes the romantic side of the relationship starts feeling different, because life is not the same anymore. Patrick appears to be trying to hold on to the same level of passion they had before, but Teus seems like she wants him to understand that things have evolved. She still wants to feel special, appreciated, and emotionally connected. The disagreement between Patrick and Teus does not really look like two people who do not care about each other. It looks more like two people who are asking for love in two completely different ways. Patrick wants reassurance through affection and closeness, while Teus wants reassurance through emotional effort and understanding. They are both asking for connection, but they are speaking different languages when it comes to showing love. The biggest thing Patrick has to understand is that sometimes creating the right mood and emotional environment matters. Romance does not always start with physical attraction. Sometimes it starts with making someone feel heard, respected, and valued throughout the day. Little moments matter. Conversations matter. Showing appreciation matters. Those things can rebuild the connection and make everything else in the relationship stronger. But Teus also has to recognize that Patrick expressing his attraction is not automatically a negative thing. Sometimes when someone wants affection from their partner, it is their way of showing love and wanting to remain close. The difficult part is finding that middle ground, where Patrick does not feel rejected and Teus does not feel overwhelmed. That balance is what every relationship needs, because one person cannot only focus on their needs while ignoring what the other person is trying to communicate. Patrick and Tay's conversation on 90 Day Fiancé, The Last Resort, really shows how marriage problems are not always about one person being right and the other person being wrong. Sometimes both people are dealing with real emotions, but they are expressing them in different ways. Patrick wanting passion does not mean he doesn't care about Taze emotionally. And Taze wanting more emotional connection does not mean she doesn't love Patrick. Their biggest issue seems to be communication and understanding what the other person actually needs. For Patrick, learning how to slow down and focus on romance could help Taze feel closer to him. For Taze, understanding that Patrick's desire for affection comes from wanting their bond to stay strong could help her see his side. Marriage changes over time, especially after becoming parents, and couples have to keep adjusting. The same things that worked at the beginning might not always work years later. This moment between Patrick and Taze showed that even when two people love each other, they still have to continue learning each other. Because love is not just about attraction, and it is not only about responsibility either. It is about finding a way to make your partner feel valued in every area of the relationship. Patrick and Taze still have chemistry, but the challenge is figuring out how to balance that chemistry with emotional connection, communication, and the reality of their life now. Their journey on 90 Day Fiancé The Last Resort proves that sometimes the biggest problems in relationships are not because the love is gone, but because two people need to understand how the other person wants to receive that love.